Hello, friends. This is Wendy. I'm so happy you're here with me today. We are going to be using the Queen of Hearts stamp set today. I just really love this set. It's so unique. This isn't anything I've seen anywhere else. Of course, Honeybee would come up with something so cool and unique. So we're going to start by stamping the border first. I've removed all the inside pieces from this stamp. And we're going to cut the border, or we're going to stamp the border first, and then we are going to die cut it. I'm stamping the border in Honeybee's black ink, intense black ink, and we are going to Copic color the border along with the dress and I keep calling her a Southern Belle. I don't know. I don't know if she is a Southern Belle, but in my head, when I see her, that is what I'm reminded of. So I'm going to work on stamping out all of the roses here, getting this all stamped really well. And then we are going to die cut it. And then we'll die cut a second piece that is just plain cardstock, because we're actually going to make this a shape card. It's a shape card and it's a pop-up card. So I'm inking this up to stamp it all a second time just to make sure that I get everything really nice and dark. I don't want any areas that are not having the nice dark bold black lines. Once I've done that, we'll die cut it. So to make a shape card, we're going to die cut the border edge that comes with this bundle. We're going to cut it a second time, and that will just be plain white cardstock. And then we're going to score the top of it, and then we will add a strong double stick adhesive to the top edge, which will secure this to make it a top folding shape card. The cool thing about this die cut is it is slightly bigger than an A2 size card. So you can stick this in a 5x7 envelope and it will work perfect for that. So then we're going to stamp our Southern Belle. She needs a name. I haven't come up with a name for her yet, but sometimes when I have stamps that I really love, I come up with names for them and they have a whole background story. So you guys will have to drop me a comment below and let me know what you think her name should be and what her background story is. Is she bringing a Valentine to her beau that she is already in love with? Does she have a new love interest? We got to build her storyline. We got to find out what the background story is with her. So here I have already die cut this out. And then, like I said, I will run that die through a second time just on a plain piece of white cardstock without doing any stamping. I suppose you could stamp it a second time if you wanted to, but certainly not necessary. So now we're going to color this Southern Belle, and we are going to use RV69, RV66, and RV63 to color her heart and her flowers. We will also use this color combination for the roses around the outside of the card. For her skin tone, I used E11 and E13. For the dress, I'm using RV00, RV02, RV04, and RV06. My goal with her dress was to make a lot of shadows, or make it darker in the areas where the pleats go in and lighter where they come out. I am not an expert colorist by any means. I am the perfect person for you to watch that you need to build your confidence. What do I mean by that? That means that I am still learning myself. So when I color something, it's not absolutely perfect. And therefore, you can feel really good about coloring your projects because you know that you've got a friend in me that is at the same level. I am sorry for the light flashing here in the video. Unfortunately, when I speed this up for coloring, sometimes it does that. So for the greenery on all the card, the girl and on this part of the card here, I am using G24 and G20. For her hair, I used YR24, YR27, and Y19 to give her blonde hair. And then I am going to create a, oh, here's where we're going to score the back of this piece of cardstock, by the way. So this is the back of our card. I'm just going to pop this in at about 3/4 of an inch and score. And that will give us our fold for our shape card. Then we'll add some really strong double-sided adhesive that is just pull away adhesive. And then we will add the card front to the card backing. And then we have a finished card that, or a finished card base, I should say, that opens and closes beautifully. So now, after we get this done, we will make the pop-up mechanism that will go on the back of our Southern Belle, and we will have it pop up off of the front of the card. So here is our card all put together, open, close, works great, love it. It'll stand up beautifully also because it has that nice edge at the bottom. I went ahead and die cut our Southern Belle off screen. And now we could just glue her flat to the card. It would be perfectly fine to do so, but I'm going to make her pop up. So we're going to cut a strip of cardstock at 1/2 inch. You can just use any scrap cardstock to do this. And then we are going to score at 1/2 inch. I cut it instead of scoring it on accident. So I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5, and then we will cut at 2 inches. And there is no like hard and fast rule about the length that you need to score or cut these. It's just kind of based on whatever your project is. So like my girl, I kind of measured the back of her so I would know how much space I needed or how much space I had to add these pop-ups to the back of her. So it just kind of depends on the size of the element that you're making pop up. Basically, you want 3 scores that are all the same distance. So you can see up there where I have folded this over. So you're going to go mountain, valley, mountain, and it ends up looking like a W or an M. And then they're going to face each other when they get glued down. Then we're going to cut a 1 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch. Oh, maybe I decided to do 1 inch. Nope. I think I went back in and did 1 1/4 because I thought this might be too small. So, this is, you're literally witnessing, this is how I just kind of play around with the size based on what I'm looking at. So I cut it 1 by 1 1/4, not 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, but it's 1 inch by 1 1/4. And then I'm going to take these little springs, basically is what they are, put them on the back of here, see where they line up, make sure they're going to work, and then look at where I want this little piece to land. So what I start by doing is putting the springs onto my little base piece, and I'm going to glue them so that the opening is facing inward so that the peak that we scored in the middle goes in towards the center and the open tabs face in towards the center. This keeps everything looking really nice and allows it to pop up correctly. I should say I learned this pop-up mechanism trick from Jennifer McGuire. This is something she uses, and basically once I understood the formula of how this worked, I'm able to pop up anything I want very easily. So then I'm going to add my base to the back of my pop-up element, which is the girl. I want her to be the thing that pops up. And then I'm going to glue her to the card. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm only going to add glue to just those little end tab pieces. That's it. She will not be glued anywhere else. Otherwise, she wouldn't pop up off the card base. So we're just adding the glue right there to the end tabs only. And then I'm just going to flip her over, push down. I kind of get her where I want, and then I push down. And then because I'm using a liquid adhesive, I have a little bit of wiggle room. There you just saw I was able to wiggle her around just a little bit to get her better placement. And now look at, I have this really cute pop-up element for this card, which just takes this card absolutely to the next level. The cool thing about these pop-up elements is that they really are great because they fold completely flat in an envelope. So you have a little extra bulk, but you don't have like a huge piece that's popping up in your way. Now, I should have stamped this before I added my girl, but I didn't. So the Misty is to the rescue. I'm going to use my magnet to hold her in place, and then I am going to use my stamp or my Misty door to go ahead and stamp that sentiment. That way, I end up with my sentiment on there and I don't mess anything up. So I thought it would be fun to give this to one of my friends for Halloween, for Valentine's Day. Or I could even give it to my daughter. It's just a cute card. I even thought it would be cute for a bridal shower. I do have a bridal shower coming up, and I thought this might be cute to give. So I added some rhinestone elements from Honeybee, and then this card is finished. That's the whole card. It's a fun pop-up card, and I think it's just beautiful. And I really am happy with the coloring and how it turned out. I hope you have an amazing day. If you need any of the products that I've shared here today, there is a link below this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Bye.